Move in silence. What does that mean? Let me give you an example from my own life. One goal I had was to move out. This is my room, my parents' house room. I live on my own, in my own place, and this was a goal that I had in mind. But this goal was just for me to accomplish. I wasn't moving out for other people to see how independent I am. I wasn't doing it for other people to see how rich I am, that I can afford my own place. Well, it's not a house. I'm not rich. That's not the point I meant to say. But I didn't do it for other people. And I'm not trying to say, oh, look at me, I'm the best example. But this is just an example that you might be able to see through. And I didn't really tell other people where I lived. Because to me, it's not about them knowing where I live. I think this room is pretty nice that I live in now. And I'm not going to go around telling other people, oh, I got such a nice place. Because it doesn't matter to them. They don't need to know because I did it for me, for my goal of moving out. I even had a cousin who called me a few days ago, and he was saying, you probably don't want to tell anybody where you live because it's some rundown trash, some bum house. And I mean, it doesn't look like a bum house to me. But to me, that's a part of where I get my satisfaction, my purpose, is knowing that I'm doing these things for discipline's sake and for goal's sake. I'm not doing it for my family or my cousins to be like, oh, he's such a cool guy. Look at what he does. And I hope that can apply to anybody watching this. Just move in silence. Seriously. Again, that sounds so motivational, and like I'm trying to tell you, oh, you need to move so hard and you need to be disciplined. But the problem is, and this is psychologically known, when you move loudly, it's an odd phrase, and you're telling everybody your plans, you're telling everybody your purpose, it's known that you get little hits of dopamine in your brain from people saying, oh, wow, like that's a good goal, and acknowledging your goals and acknowledging your effort, right? Say you say, I'm going to start going to the gym. Here's an example. If you say, I'm going to start going to the gym to somebody and they say, oh, wow, like that's good for you. Like you should be doing that. Good job. That admiration and that praise, you could say, fuels your self-satisfaction, because you're not even really doing it for yourself. If you wanted to do it for yourself and move in silence, you would just go to the gym. You wouldn't care what other people have to say. And unironically, that would stop you from going to the gym, because now you're getting that satisfaction from telling people you're going to do something, and you get that dopamine, you get that satisfaction. And now you don't have to go. Now there's no reason for you to go because you're doing it for other people anyways. So anybody watching this, if you relate, do it for yourself. If you have any goal in mind, maybe gym, maybe lose weight. I need to lose weight for myself. Do it for yourself and move in silence. Because when you tell people, even if you think you're doing it for yourself, I'll say it like this. Even if you think you're doing it for yourself and you tell people, you still get those dopamine hits. It still applies to you. So yeah, I would encourage anybody watching, if you have any goals in mind, anything you want to do it for yourself, number one, and move in silence. Seriously. I mean, go off the radar if you have to, because the second you tell one person, what might happen is that person tells another person, and that person tells another person. And before you know it, you'll have people coming up to you saying, oh, you're going to start going to the gym? Oh, that's so good for you. That's so good for you. And now you don't need to, because you got the good boy points. You got the satisfaction. So yeah, hope you guys can understand that one. Pretty easy.